Okay, let's see if I'm live. Doing a mic check. Mic check. Let me see how my volume is. Look at my microphone. Volume. Okay, the microphone is on. Really wasn't expecting. This is just a midnight check. I was trying to go live today. Trying to use this new microphone. I have, 3 people coming on? You all really want me to discuss the topic? Jesus, what's going on? Can you hear me well? Let me know. This is just I have a new microphone, right? And I'm trying to check it out and I could not use this. You can't hear me? Joking. Let me see if the volume. Yeah, I got the volume up. And so for some reason I was trying to live stream with it and I couldn't. Hello. You can hear me good? Jesus said, just kidding. Jesus, you was not on my live stream earlier. You all see how it's 12:54 a.m. in Mississippi. So you see how I really look. I may keep this video, I may not. Do you all want me, the people that's on, everyone hit the thumbs up. You will sleep. Do you all want me to share 13 tips for getting 800 credit score in the midnight session? Anyone want me to watch it? Kenneth, where are you from? Jesus, always thirsty for knowledge, says absolutely. JJ13. Okay, let's go into it. I will see how my laptop is doing or does with this live stream. Thank you so much for the belated birthday. Kenneth is from Texas, right? Credit Church after dark. That is so correct. I need to put in here hashtag Credit Church. So I can start doing, I think I have everything set up. I'll go back and watch this and see how my laptop view is. Okay, let's go impromptu. 13 tips for getting an 800 credit score. Number 1, no foreclosures or bankruptcies, right? You don't want to have any foreclosure or bankruptcies within the past 10 years. Let me see. No, that's number 1. No collections, no charge-offs, or liens within the past 7 years. So we do know that tax liens have become now illegal to report on your credit report anyway. So you don't want to have any tax liens, judgments, charge-off, and bankruptcies the past 7 years. No late payments, right? Thank you. I'm trying out this new microphone. I love pink. And so the AirPods have gotten kind of outdated. So thank you so much, Aunt. You can hear all of this Mississippi accent now is what you're telling me. You all won't believe what I'm watching. I'm watching Fred Sanford, right? Credit Church After Dark. Thank you so much. I got it on Amazon. Let me get the name because I thought I was going to, I don't know, have the box right here. The name of it. So what number was I on? Was it 2 or 3? Impromptu. Credit Church After Dark. No late payments within the past 2 years, definitely. Mortgage, if you have a mortgage, you want it to stay paid as agreed, right? With no late payments each and every month. Also, a tip that will help you as well is that if you are renting and you are paying your rent payments on time, you definitely would like to have your rent payments reported to your credit report as well, right? Um, oh, no more than 3 to 5 open credit cards, right? Um, yeah. So if you already have 5, you definitely want to leave it open. Stan, you said 2. I don't know. Tip, let me know what that means. But you want no more than 3 to 5 open credit cards. If you have 2 accounts reporting, I said this earlier. You want to take the time to get the thumbs up too. I stated this on my earlier live video that you can just have 2 very, preferably an installment account and a revolving account reporting, and you could qualify for a FHA loan. Um, our credit card balance is definitely below 30%. My range for 800 credit score, Kenneth. Um, yeah, I mean, having charge cards in the mix definitely will help you. Um, but really, open credit cards, you want that number to be at minimum 3, 5 the max. If you already have 5 open credit card. Something I discussed today earlier on my live, for example, is that people that's in the rebuilding their credit stage or process, I often suggest that they get start off with my Jewelers Club, because you cannot get denied. And so once you got negatives off your credit report, you definitely want to apply with a for sure approval, right? You don't want to get a pull on your credit report and be denied. And then because that pull on your credit report, if you are denied, will lower your credit score, because it lowers your history, right? Your history, on your account. And so I discussed the difference between FICO, the Fair Isaac Corporation model that the banks use, and what they use to qualify you for a automobile or home mortgage. And so under FICO, not your Vantage score, which is Credit Karma, things like that. Um, yeah, you definitely would want to for at least 3 credit cards, 800 credit scores. So having my Jewelers Club approval at a $5,000 limit definitely would, once you now apply for credit cards, showing that you already have a $5,000 limit charge card, would position you to get a $5,000 limit credit card. My personal story was when I got my first business credit card, um, I had I had 3 personal credit cards, but the limit was $5,000. So one of the things that I had to do was become someone added me personally as an authorized user that had a $10,000 credit card account, and doing that and doing so, adding me as a AU on their $10,000 line. Then I was able to get a $10,000 approval for a business credit card. So I have 7 people live and only 2 thumbs up. So we're 8 people live now. So you all make sure that you give the thumbs up. Jesus, yeah, ideally 7 to 10% credit utilization, but definitely below 30%. So that means if you have a $500 credit line, 10% will be $50. $5,000 credit line, 10% will be $500. So someone asked me, would it be beneficial to pay the balance off in full every month? I personally I have 3 thumbs up. More people join live, so you all make sure you hit the thumbs up. I personally use credit cards as a debit card. And then I do that because like Jesus, I think you mentioned something about Navy Federal um, credit card. You're trying to apply for that. I have a Navy Federal personal credit card at 25K. And what I do is, I mean, I got like $100 cash back. I use just like a debit card. So what debit card give you any rewards for just using it, just for swiping it? And so that's the power of credit cards. And that's why I like using credit cards. I got more people coming in live, only 4 thumbs up. So if you want me to continue talking on my 13 steps to 800 credit score, I need everyone that's tuning in to give me the thumbs up. Is it okay to get a trade line um, while your credit is being worked on? I actually, and I think I was at point 7, 13 steps. Hello, Tamika. Hello, Miss Johnson. Hello, hello, hello. 6 thumbs up. I need all thumbs up. Um, I'm looking on my phone. I was on Facebook. This is something I'm going to look into since you mentioned trade line. Banana Check LLC is, oh my God, I can't find it. I thought I shared it to my page. Um, it was not self lender, but it was um, a new, I'll share it with recently new. It's similar to self lender, but I think the one time fee, administrative fee, was like $8.95, and if there were no additional fees after that. So it may show up in my Facebook timeline again. But to answer your question, is it okay to get a trade line while your credit is being worked on or repaired? Um, I definitely will wait until I get all negative items removed off my credit report. Sometimes people buy or purchase AU or trade lines, and they may only last 30 to 60 days, and your credit restoration or repair process may take longer than 30 to 60 days, because you know that the credit agencies have 30 days to respond. So whether you're doing it yourself or working with someone, it may be at least a 4-month process, because it may take 2 attempts, or what we call in the credit world, 2 rounds, to get negatives off your credit report. So I would definitely wait. And, I would definitely ask you, what's your strategy in wanting to get trade lines? What's your strategy for that? Why are you looking at trade lines? Are you trying to get business credit? And are you looking at adding trade lines so that you could um, get a higher credit limit, when you apply for your business credit? And just know, this is just a side tip, that when you apply for business credit, excuse my voice, it's like 1:06 a.m. in Mississippi. When you apply for business credit, you need to know what credit cards, if you want to use the cash advance or cash transfer offers, you will want to know what credit cards, what percentage, like, for example, Chase Business Inc. If you have a $25,000 credit limit, for example, only $5,000 of it may be used for cash advance. So, meaning that if you need to transfer your credit card limit into cash, you need to know what percentage of that credit limit could be transferred. So with Chase Business Inc., for example, that's what I know. And so that's what the strategies of using your Square card to swipe and transfer the money into a business checking account that you have established through a LLC, maybe, or if you have an LLC or a corporation, that's where that strategy comes into play, into swiping your card. So, um, Yeah, you definitely want an installment card, 13 tips to get an 800 credit score, installment loans with the balance below the beginning balance, paid as agreed reporting. You all know that installment loans are like vehicle loans, mortgage loans, or like I mentioned earlier, getting your apartment rent reported if you pay on time and paid as agreed. So I think this number, what number am I on, you all? I said 13. So let me know my number. I think that's like number 7 or 8. I'm not sure. So let's say number 8, no finance company or other hard money loans on record. So if you're looking at investing into real estate, you're looking into getting hard money lenders. You don't want that reported on your credit report. Hard money loans or lenders, they may give you 90 days to flip real estate or a property. The interest rate is really high and the payment terms or repayment terms are really short. It may give you 90 days, 3 months, or maybe 6 months to repay them. And you also, in most cases, have to come with a down payment. So, I tell people that getting your credit repaired and using credit cards to invest in assets like real estate and properties, or just expanding your business is a much easier process, in my opinion. Do I work on business credit? I do have people. I do have a plug or a company that I refer people to get approval for business credit. Um, and that I get a affiliate fee for doing that. So if you are interested in business credit approval, what I do is look at your personal credit and see, do you have the credit mixture that you will need to qualify for business credit? Do you have an installment loan? Do you have revolving credit, credit cards, for example, the major credit cards, Visa, MasterCard, Discovery, or Amex? Do you have one, at least three of those major credit cards report on your credit report? And then within the last 2 years or 24 months, or you have a clean streak with FICO, right? And then look at some things that like, what's your highest credit limit, and um, what's your highest credit limit on those credit cards, to see what you will match with your, or see, what your approval rates may be, or what your credit limit, in other words, may be for your business credit card. So it's 1:11 a.m. Trying to stay alert. Money Lion has a credit builder account similar to Self with lower interest at 5.9%. Thank you. I definitely will look at that, Mr. Williams. Um, Number 9, longevity is established. That is, if our open accounts are maintained for well over 3 years. So if you have an account that just maintained well over 3 years, you definitely will have a higher 800 credit score. Now the Cosby Show is on, so I'm looking up. And yeah, those are, usually the secrets with FICO. They look at your payment history. With the Vantage score, it looks at your credit age. Credit age is calculated by um, pretty much adding all of your accounts and, calculating the average age of your accounts. Whereas payment history looks at how long you have been paying on accounts in good standing. And that's what FICO goes by. Number 10, show stability, right? You want to show stability. And this is so big. I don't think I try to explain this to people. I had someone on my channel. So I have more people coming in live with only 6 thumbs up. So you all, give everyone that's tuning in, give the thumbs up if you want me to. I think I'm at, what number am I? I think I'm at number 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If you want me to share the other 4 tips to an 800 credit score. So show stability. This is a big thing by having only 1 or 2 addresses, or one form of your name listed on your credit report, right? A lot of people, or this one particular person that was viewed one of my videos, made the statement or the comment that getting addresses removed. I think I said that address removal by itself is just is like $125 service, right? And she said, oh, people shouldn't have to pay for that. That's an easy thing to do, get address removed, but it is not easy. If you all are ever on, go to, I'll type it in, Experian.com, and you can create a free account for credit monitoring. I love that platform, Experian.com, and creating a free account. If you go to show your credit report, you can go to personal information. More than likely, you will have more than one address reporting. This is very true for military personnel or just people who rent apartments and apartment rents. And one of the secrets to personal credit restoration or repair is that Experian will show you, if you go on there, sign up a free account, it will have, you can dispute addresses online. I do not recommend disputing any derogatory or negative information online, but this is something that I do recommend and highly encourage people to see, so they can understand that address removal is not as easy as they think, right? So once you go to your personal information, if you have more than one address, the addresses that do not have anything negative reported to your credit report, you can select never live there, and they will be deleted very expeditiously, very easy online. But any address that's reporting, that's collected to something negative, like a charge off, a collection account, a bankruptcy, it depends on where your residential location was when you filed that bankruptcy, what address you use, or that what address you were residing in once that charge off became a charge off, right? And they were sending you correspondence in the mail, or a debt collector. Once you click on never live there to try to dispute that address, it will inform you cannot dispute this address because these accounts are connected with it, right? And so you have to challenge under the Fair Credit Reporting Act to get that address removed. And not only with that, it just makes your credit makes you look more creditable to lenders, right? It gives you a clean slate, and it also positions you for a higher credit score, because the highest amount of addresses that I assisted someone in removal was like 50. This person was a renter, and I'm sorry, 30 something plus addresses I was reporting on her credit report, and it increased her credit score by 52 points by getting those removed. So people don't understand that not only is that one method of verification that the credit agencies use to verify accounts, whether they're negative or positive, but having more than one will not get you in the 800 or possibly 720 credit club. And then I contacted you for a consultation. Inquiry moved a week and a half ago. Once I sent the money, I haven't heard from you. Okay, yeah, that's no problem. You definitely will get a refund whenever I look at it, because I told people my birthday was Thursday. I didn't see you in my email file. You said you emailed that to me. And someone told me about when you get into business, people that pay, under $500 or something, don't even charge under $500 or a headache. And so we're talking about a $50 credit analysis. I don't mind refunding you if you if you followed the instructions, if you sent me the email, because I have a uh 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 you know I have my email set up where they automatically respond and inform people that it would take 3 to 5 business days for credit analysis. So you said that you did a consultation for inquiry removal. There's not too many people that do inquiry removal, so that's no problem. I will look you up tomorrow to see if you paid, and I will be happy to give you a refund, because people that really communicate with me like that, I don't want to enter into any further business. But just a FYI, there are not too many people that do inquiry removal, and the online companies, no problem. Online companies that do, they start at 20 inquiries removed, and they're going to charge you about $1,200. So good luck with that. And if you paid and I haven't given you a credit consultation, because I had like 10 people to sign up, not for a credit analysis for $50, they paid more, for the credit restoration program just on Friday alone after my birthday. So I took Thursday off for my birthday. So yeah, no problem, Big Wiz, and good luck for you. So yeah, established open accounts well over 3 years. Show stability of having one addresses and one name reporting. Also, I've seen a lot of credit reports that have. Oh yeah, thank you so much, Banana Chick. I have a team of people ready to work with you. Okay, how can we do business together? Send me an email. I will. Um, Let me put my email address in here. I also discussed, I don't think I know the information right offhand, because I had it in my notes. Fix. And okay, Banana Chick, that's my email address. I also, went over my live video today that how having I think over 725 credit score, you get 25% discount on auto insurance. A lot of people don't understand that the higher your credit score, if you're under a 524, I do know you get no discounts. So having a high credit score is also on helps you get discount on your automobile insurance, your vehicle insurance. So I have more people coming in live, only 6 thumbs up. So everyone give the thumbs up. Establish and maintain emergency funds, savings, and medical insurance. So you don't go late for, or you don't have to, or bankrupt in the future. A lot of people file bankruptcy. These are tips to help you keep an 800 credit score, because they may be $200 to $500 less on cash flow a month. And I also have cash flow strategies that I help people find money out of their paycheck that they did not know they have. The minimum is $200 a month. The maximum client I help is like $800 a month. Aunt Stan said, that's true. My insurance went down. My scores are over 500, right? When you say that your insurance went down, what do you mean? Did your rates increase, or are you saying that because your scores are over 500, your insurance premium increase? Number 12, I said I'll try to do 13. Do not share your credit card information with anyone. No family members, no children. Well, I take that back with children, because that you all know that you can start establishing credit for your children when they're under 12 months. My coworker has a perfect 850 credit score, and his daughter has not reached a year yet, and he already has her as an authorized user on his credit cards. So imagine what her credit history is going to be by adding her as an authorized user by the time she's 18, right? That means she's not depending on parents to co-sign her for a vehicle loan, maybe at 1.9%, or if she wants to get into real estate investing or flipping, she can do that on her own. Okay, your scores are over 500 and your rates decrease as well. Oh man, Lee Brown. I thought that said Les Brown. I was like, Les Brown. Lee Brown, does your business have to be seasoned to receive business credit? No, Lee, it does not. Um, and when you say business credit, I'm thinking business credit cards. So um, yeah, I'm thinking business credit cards when you say that, and it does not have to be seasoned. Just as long as your personal credit report, you want to be over 680. You want no. Um, hey Tyrone, oh Tyrone, yeah, we're working on your late payments. Working on Tyrone late payments. Just and let me finish Lee statement. So you want nothing negative within the last 24 months. Report on your credit report, no late payments, no collections, no charge off. And speaking of collections, did you all know that you can legally get paid collections deleted off of your credit report? And you can legally also as well uh, through my strategies to dispute debt collectors, not uh, owe debt collectors if they don't have all of your information on file when they are trying to collect the debt. So they just cannot purchase your debt. There are documentations. They have to be legally licensed to collect in your state. No out-of-state debt collectors, and they're not. If the debt was not created in their state, can collect from you. It's just a whole portfolio of things that debt collectors are supposed to have intact. And so, with your business credit, you want no negatives within 24 months, within the last 2 years, and inquiry removal. You definitely do not want more than 6 inquiries, 6 hard pulls on your credit reports within the last 6 months to get approval for business credit, right? And your LLC does not have to be seasoned at all. So make sure you have an LLC. If you do not, I do have a program with Mark Claiborne. If you all are aware, not Mark Claiborne. I'm sorry, he talks about credit. Uh, oh my God, I can't think of his name. It's like 1:25 a.m. So give me. But if you need assistance in creating your LLC, like in the state of Mississippi, it's only like $50 to create an LLC. You have your operating agreements and have your personal credit. Just know that most of your credit cards on your business credit, the limits. I'm sorry, I'm watching the Cosby Show, but will base like if you have a $5,000 credit limit, personal Visa, Discover, Mastercard, then your business credit card may be at $5,000 or $10,000 limit. For me, for example, I have when I received my 25K Navy Federal card, that's when I was approved for a 25K business credit card. When I had a $10,000 personal credit report card report on my credit report, then that's when I was approved for a 10K business credit card. Number 13 tips. I'm at 13. Everyone give me the thumbs up. I'm at number 13 to 800 credit score. Absolutely no co-signing. No co-signing on a loan, credit card, auto financing, any other financial obligation out there for children, for parents, fiance. You must protect both your credit and debt ratio, right? So those are my 13 tips for 800 credit score. Any questions before I sign off? Let me get some of my tea that I'm drinking. Any coffee? I mean coffee. Any questions before I sign off? I have more people live, only 8 thumbs up. Tyrone, if your friend has an 800 credit score and he's been a generous friend and he wants to add you as an authorized user, that is cool. That is absolutely cool. As long as you know your friend is going to continue to pay those accounts as agreed. Um, and if you are trying to get, business credit, you need to know what's the limit of his credit lines or her credit lines that she's adding to. So then that will help you. I tell people in this financial game, I beg to differ that the critic is king. I think is queen, because if you know anything about chess, the queen can make more moves on the board. She's the most powerful piece. And that's how you can work with your credit. It's the most powerful piece in your financial game plan. You can get business credit with it to get assets that can pay you. You can pay off a mortgage with credit cards, your personal or business credit cards in 5 to 7 years. You definitely can get better insurance, automobile rates. Uh, you can get cashback rewards. People travel the world at no out-of-pocket expenses by using credit cards as debit cards. 20K, 7 years. Yeah, Tyrone. As your friend, does he want to add me as an authorized user as well? In this credit game, you need to position yourself in um, around people with good credit, right? And so they can keep your mindset of where it needs to be. Lee Brown, you have one more question. Is an operation agreement necessary from your LLC or articles of organization enough? In Mississippi, you can do either or. So I think articles of organization and operating agreement will suffice, right? That definitely will suffice. So I have an LLC and a corporation, and I have business credit cards under both. All right, so this is Credit Church after midnight. Um, those are all the questions that I have. What time is it in California? Uh, you all let me know on the East Coast. I think that's everything. Those are my 13 tips for 800 credit score. Thanks you all for tuning in. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Big Bang Hank. What a great name, Big Bang Hank. This credit game is fun. I enjoy building from a 483 in December to a 2018 to 751 current. Great job, Big Bang Hank. Congratulations. Any secrets that you or strategies you would like to share? Did you do it yourself? Did you work with an expert, a credit repair expert? Many people ask me about do-it-yourself programs, and I just tell them do-it-yourself products or programs are hit or miss because patience, y'all, Big Bang, yeah. Like the gentleman asking me for a $50 refund because he paid for a credit consultation. I don't think people understand how busy I am and very detailed I am when it comes to people credit and helping them and assisting them. So I have no problems getting $50 refund. I promise you, that's not someone I want to work with in the future. So patience is the key. I tell people as a rule of thumb that helping people get collections, medical collections, and regular collections, our credit report is usually a 30-day process. Yes, thank you all. Congratulations. Congratulations. Paying the pros to get busy. Yeah. I tell people if you have professional problems on your credit report, you need professional help. And that's an investment. That's not a cost. That's not of I paid. That's an investment in your financial future, because bad credit is more expensive, uh, to have than good credit. You're talking about you're having double interest rates. And I'm proud of you too, Big Bang Hank. On and I just talked about automobile rates, insurance rates, your rent. Some people lose out on jobs because bad credit. Evidently, he did not read or take in what you stated in the email. Yeah, because sometimes people don't see the automated responder. Sometimes it goes to their spam, but my automated response asks people to definitely wait 3 to 5 business days for a credit consultation. I made it clear that was a donation. I just need to hear from you. If I understood it was your birthday. Okay. I don't know. You gave me a donation, but you're asking for a refund. I don't know what that means. It's no problem though. I don't get into $50 situation. I probably should really charge a whole lot more for my credit analysis. Um, and than $50 anyway. And that would kind of weed out the people that's not patient with credit repair. Because as I was stating, that the rule of thumb is, I tell people it takes approximately almost, let's say, 30 days for a collection to report on your credit report, right? It takes immediately 24 hours for inquiries to report, right? As soon as you get it pulled. And so for me, collectors and inquiries are the easiest. They come off usually the first time, first attempt, right? But I tell people, if you sit on an account and you don't pay for 6 months, it goes into charge off status. So you should have the mindset and the patience to say, hey, if I sit on this account for 6 months and I didn't pay it and it went into charge off status, then I should at least have that mindset to say, I should give myself or the credit expert that you're working with 6 months for removal. I think that's only fair. The same things with bankruptcy. Bankruptcy just don't hit your credit report in one day. It takes a legal process, and it takes weeks and months for that bankruptcy to be out of your debts. If you're doing a chapter, was it chapter 13 or 7? I don't know. Again, it's 1:34 a.m. for me. And so it takes time to process that, to get it through the courts, to file it through the courts. And it takes months. So you should have that same mindset and expectations, right? Of expecting that time to get a removal. And so usually I think the number one reason for bad credit is the lack of patience. Besides knowledge, the best-selling book on finances said, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. But lack of knowledge and lack of patience, and lack of just knowing, that's, yeah, no problem. And just understanding that in business, right? I deal with hundreds of people a day. I think just right after my birthday Friday, I got like 10 people, because people want to do better. They want to do better financially. They're tired of living with bad credit. They have goals. They have visions. They're tired of double paying in interest. They're tired of the stress when debt collectors send them letters in the mail, and that stress that comes along with, I don't have this money. Um, and if I don't produce the money, I can possibly get summons to court. But that's the price you pay. And when people come to me with debt collectors letters that they send me to help them dispute debt collectors, I have to put those people in priority, um, because, okay, big bank, you're charging my worst sister having great credit is will make you immortal. These people who want it for cheap, they never true to value. That's true. Tell them you get what you pay for. I may go up on my prices, big bank. Thank you so much on my credit analysis because of that. Big bank, you have two choices: pay me. Yeah, you're going to pay those creditors, or you're going to pay me. And so when people come to me with a debt collector letter, for example, I know that these people have 30 days to respond. And I'm talking about people that have had medical issues in some point. And that debt is like in five figures, $10,000, $11,000, or even some people with $2,000. And so I have to, within 30 days, help them compose that letter. Someone was asking me, on my previous video, brand apparel, about my affidavits and how they're done. Well, it's a two-way process. I'm the brain, right, behind it. I look at your credit report. I um, compose your affidavits, but my clients have to get it notarized themselves. They have to agree to it. They have to agree to, what I'm stating, and then they have to get it notarized and certified and they have to get information and document notarized. I do not notarize or provide anyone's signatures or falsify any information, illegally. So that's how my system works. It's not do it yourself. And it's definitely not a credit repair business that you pay on a monthly to month basis, um, on a month to month basis. And you get, maybe a little done for a small price. That's not how that works. So, yeah, pay them or pay me $50 with the price stated for consultation. I'm not cheap. I did not want anything. I didn't pay. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to give you, I promise you, you will have that refund. Big bank, Hank, I definitely, because my credit analysis is very thorough. It's FICO based. Um, it gives them a detailed report on what accounts within the 2 years are affected in score and exactly how it's affected. Many people have questions about how many points will my credit improve if I got this deleted. I tell people your credit score can drop up to 100 or 150 points just by one collection, one charge off. Some people want to know questions like, well, I have a bankruptcy and I have collections reporting and I have late payments. So where do I need to start? Should I start with all three? And I told him, I said, no, at this point, let's start with the bankruptcy and collections because they are damaging your score even more. And my best way of describing what I do, right, because I don't do what other people do. I don't do what they do. For my clients' results, it's just like my daughter and I, for example, um, we had the same symptoms, and I said this in my earlier video: coughing, sinus infection, sore throat. Right? She went to a clinic local by our home. I went to a clinic local by my job. I'm also a basketball coach. I'm all about strategic and strategies, right? And so we saw two different doctors in short, right? And her doctor gave her 500 milligram antibiotics for 3 days to take once a day. She received a shot, a 𝒞𝓄𝓾 shot. I received the 𝒞𝓄𝓾 shot, but my antibiotics was different. It was 100 milligram to take twice a day for 10 days. It looked like the same symptoms on the surface, but a thorough evaluation or analysis gave us different prescriptions. And so what I do is I give people a very thorough affidavit, right, under the Fair Credit Reporting Act laws that fits their credit situation to the T after I look at their credit report. So you wouldn't believe how many people will pay a $50 consultation and they don't even email me their credit report because it has to be emailed in HTML format. The reason why it has to be emailed in that format because I purchased a software for this purpose and this purpose only. My affidavits is done manually. It's done by my intellectual knowledge. I type them on Microsoft Word. I mail them out in PDF. My clients have their instructions. Some of my clients, not all. My clients know they have to go. They have to have access to a notary and get things notarized, and that we are co-working together in the process. But this software system only links with HTML. So where I used to manually look at people's credit report and have my notebook and write down this is what they need to do. Now I can do it within the system. It takes almost like under 5 minutes to generate the report. Right. But in doing that, I have more people that sign up for the report. So that's why I ask for 3 to 5 business days. And then I have my people that may need debt collectors. So I have to put them priority because they have 30 days. Then I have people who have already paid big bucks to get their customized affidavits to challenge the credit agencies. And I'm not talking about $50, sometimes 650, sometimes 1,200 if it's bankruptcy. And so those people, so I just want to ask for 3 to 5 business days. So Anthony said, I have problems with old collections, some going up by $1. What to do? Um, Darnell, I'm not sure what you're saying. What do you mean they're going up by $1? This thing about debt collectors, they're not signing off. About debt collectors, this I want you to know. Debt collectors have been trained, right? They have been trained to, within the first 3 to 5 minutes of contacting you via phone, to give you harassment tactics, stress tactics, they want you to verify your name. They want you to verify your address. The first thing they ask you when they call you is, am I speaking with Mr. or Mrs., whatever your Johnson or whatever your name may be. That's for verification purposes. They're not being friendly. Once they verify that this is the correct phone number and the person, that's why when debt collectors call you, you definitely want to say, you don't want to identify your name. You want to say, may I ask who's calling, when they ask for your name. And doing so, they want to commit you to make a payment. They don't care if it's $5, right? Because they understand if you make a payment, you have agreed to the debt. So with old collections, Darnell, what state are you in? On my previous live, I discussed the statute of limitations in some states, like Mississippi, where I live and where I reside in. The statute of limitations across the board is 3 years, right? And what I mean by across the board is, like, for example, in Kentucky, it's showing 15 years for a statute of limitation on a debt, but it's only 5 years for credit card debt. So if they have not collected in 5 years, then they cannot legally, pursue you after 5 years for credit card debt. But for promissory notes or written contracts agreement, it's 15 years. So you have to know, based on what type of debt it is, with the statute of limitations. One thing that Mississippi did do well is they made it 3 years across the board, whether it's for an oral contract, a promissory note contract, a written contract, or a debt collector or credit card debt. Now, the 30-day window is for validation. And Darnell, I don't know if you're still on, but if this is showing or reporting on your credit report, even having it $1 off of the balance of what you owe is legal grounds under the Fair Credit Reporting Act to get it deleted. Right. Every balance, every notation must be 100% accurate on the Fair Credit Reporting Act. So it's a medical collection. It's closed 5/14. So are you stating that 5/14 is the balance? And now they've increased the balance at $610. So you are paying on this debt. First of all, medical collectors, debt collectors, have no legal rights to collect from you, because unlike regular collections, medical collections, it's a breach of your privacy. That means that if they produce any documentation, any original signed contract, they have access to your medical information, which is a breach of your privacy, right? No third party should have that. That's number one. So I really wish you would have requested for validation. But now that you're paying, you can still request from the angle that you're requesting for validation on the debt, not just for them to produce the original signed contract, but because your balance is increasing. And under the Fair and Accurate Credit Transactions Act, it's 1:47 a.m. So I hope I'm saying it correct. No, that relates to credit card, but under the Fair Credit Billing Act is what I want to say. Fair Credit Billing Act, that they have to have every balance in your account, every notation recorded and validated and correct. And I'm using the word validated because debt collectors, that's the language you use, is validation. When it comes to your credit agencies, is verification. So Darnell, not only do you have grounds to legally not pay that debt, because it seems like they are operating illegally. You and save yourself the $610. You also have grounds if it's reporting on any of your credit report, uh, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, to get it deleted off Equifax. Oh, thank you. Pamela, yes, I'm signing off. Pamela says, thank you for sharing knowledge as well. Have a great night. Yeah. About medical debt, I have paid the debt through garnishment. Yeah. Pamela, I know. And but you know now. So if it happens in the future, you know now what to do. I tell people all of my knowledge came from firsthand experience first. It's nothing that I'm telling you that I haven't done for myself. I was diagnosed with endometriosis, going through a lot of pain, abdominal, and I had to learn my own that it was against the HIPAA, Health Insurance Portability Accountability Act, and my privacy laws for a medical debt collector to even collect from me. Um, wow, they refused. Yeah, they won't pay you. They won't pay you. And so, yeah, so, once you get that letter, don't put it to the side, get legal advice and help to dispute that debt collector to see if they even have the jurisdiction and legal rights to collect from you to stop it from going to court and getting to the point of garnishment. And then what happens a lot of time when people are subpoenaed to court because they don't respond, the judge or jurisdiction will then give them legal right or authorization, and that's how garnishments happen. So a lot of people have a fear tactic of debt collectors because they don't understand. And yeah, so the debt collectors have the same laws that they have to abide by as the credit agencies. The credit agencies are not government entities. They are just big businesses. They make billions of dollars off bad credit. Most people refer to them as bureaus, and therefore they think that they are a government agency. But the legal name is credit agencies, and they're not legal entities. Darnell, I would love to come to DC. Do you have a group of people? Do you have a group of people, um, in a platform that I will present to, and we definitely can discuss this. So I put my email address in this chat. Thank you all so much for this Credit Church After Dark. I'm looking forward to getting up in the morning. Probably will not go live, but I have a lot of things to do from Friday. Fix my credit and cash.com. And so, yeah, that's going to be my credit church and trying to get all of this done while I can watch the Cowboys and the Saints game at least. So I have a lot of people to respond to tomorrow. My consultations, if you didn't receive it, I do it by email. It's not through phone. Consultation, you have a breakdown of everything. You'll have a PDF of your credit analysis attached in the email. It'll also have an example that if you roll in my service to get those items done, it will have the investment, the investment cost, and it will also have an example of what notarization documents that you will have to get back to me attached to the email as well, the credit analysis. All right, you all, 1:52 a.m., just watching the Cosby Show on TV1, and I'm about to go to sleep because I have to get a couple of hours of rest and get up and do this again in the morning, help people get free financially from debt collectors, from bad credit, and also build up their cash flow. I do W-4 wealth. Let me put this. I like so much going live, much better on my laptop because I can type. So I think this is the correct link. If you're interested, if you have, the only thing you need to qualify is you need to be gainfully employed. You need to have a job. And once you have a job, I will give you an analysis of your paycheck. Let you know if your W-4 is completed correctly. And because a lot of people lose hundreds of dollars every month out of their paycheck because they don't understand the correct way to fill out their W-4 or to have legal paycheck, pay raise. I think that's right. Or to legally pay raise, have more allowances added to your paycheck. So what that means in layman's term is that you can bring home more take-home pay. Thank you all for the thumbs up. You bring home more take-home pay. You don't give your money to the government all year in form of a loan or overpay the government in your loan and give them money all year because your refund is just that they're giving you that money back, but they're giving it back at 0% interest, right? You're overpaid it through your paycheck, and some people get as much as $200, $800 more, and it's only $49, right? Get an analysis of your W-4. The more allowances you have, the less taxes are taken out of your paycheck. The less taxes, the more take-home pay. And also, as a result, it's a business kit that comes along with it in a strategy. You will be able to get 475 tax deductions versus 15 that employees get. So that's my credit, my collectors, and my cash flow strategies that I offer. And thank you all for tuning in to Credit Check After Dark. Have a blessed night.